So, I know a lot of you guys are talking about how you guys wanted to see me do some more stuff. So here I am with more stuff. So, I know a lot of y'all wanted to see me try to do... Ooh, season ends and... Wow, is it really that close to ending? That's sad. I didn't realize it would be that soon. Dear Lord. Hello, silly rabbit, also known as Leighton. Dear Lord, somebody already has that. That's crazy. Anyway, so I bought this bad boy, so we're about to go and do 4-3 realistic battles in naval. Gonna try and grind that out. That ought to be interesting. We're gonna die. But, here it is. And then, of course, for those of you who are wondering, what you researching now? The Z12, Eric. Are we doing anything but ships? I can do USSR. I was actually going to do anything that, actually. I finally got myself back over 1 million. By the way, I'm very happy about that. But, here's the funny thing. Guess what, guys? I unlocked it, and I have to spend 185 plus the 52,000 to put it back into a crew. And I don't know where I want to put it, but I'm pretty sure I want to replace it with this, because I think the 122 on the the ISU or the IS 122 will do better, but I don't want to be the guy that does that, especially with the 122 here. But and of course I'm researching the ASU 85 because yes. And then after that we'll be grabbing the 2S3M. Now a lot of y'all know that apparently at one point I was researching that. I'm still researching it. I haven't done anything with it yet. I forgot I unlocked the Ratel 90. When you lose your mind, you forget you do things. But yes, tomorrow, officially, I will have enough cash. Well, I will have cash to, where's my Pringles? No, I don't need Pringles. Let me grab my, not Slim Jim. This is a Jack Link's Meat Snack Stick. Normally I get a Slim Jim, but it was a little expensive. And we're gonna suck on this sucker. We're gonna pretend just like we're gonna pretend we're Hannibal from the A-Team. I love it when a plan comes together. I love it when a plan comes together. It's actually pretty good. Not better than a Slim Jim, but it's pretty good. I like Slim Jims there. So what I do with the Slim Jims is actually really funny. They have like a little layer of skin on them. So what I'll do is I'll take them, I'll bite off a small portion. Son of a... Of course, I get double teamed. Every freaking time. Yeah, I love the fact that somebody's in here talking about F taxes. Taxes is what allowed me to get my PS5.
The enemy is controlling most of the zone. We're losing. Attention to the designated grid square.
So, when people are talking about how Trump's talking about trying to get rid of taxes, I don't like that. Or the whole idea of that. I don't like it because the fact that the plan is that you'll get all your money instead of taxes being taken out on you. I like the idea, but I don't, because having taxes allows me to be able to wait every year and be like, okay, well, I can wait till tax time and I can get this, that, or that, and then I can get it. Whereas if that happens with Trump, I can't do that. So that's something I say no to. Hi, train guy. Excuse me, I have what they call a meat stick in my mouth, and I'm treating it like Hannibal would from the A-Team. I love it when a plan comes together. Type of BS going on over here. Can we talk about the fact that tells me not to push up? What the? My gun bounced at the perfect time to save his life. Nobody should say that, train guy. Is it testing or something? Hey, sorry.
The enemy has captured most of the strategic zones.
Well, no more plans coming together. I ate it all. I hate tryhards. I'm about to get shot by like 3 different people. Yep, here it comes. Yep, there comes the Waffentrager. I'm not ever doing a face reveal, I don't think. Ugh. I don't know. It depends. Because 1, I don't have a camera. 2, not something I'm comfortable with. And 3, nobody wants to see this ugly mug anyway. I am not doing a face reveal. And that's a long... There's a long time off. I'll tell you this. The people that do know what I look like have all told me the exact same thing when they did get the chance to look at me and they found out what I looked like. They all told me the exact same thing. They go, "You sound completely different than what you look like." So, there's only one person in my Discord that actually looks exactly like they sound. Well, I forgot I had a Three Musketeers in here, too. Oh. I got excited. Yes, it would be Ready Boy. He looks exactly like he sounds, believe it or not. I also have sugar cookies. You know, I love tempting myself. So what I do is I bought these sugar cookies and I sit them in my basket that sits behind my computer, or my TV and everything. So when I go to turn, like to leave my room, my chair turns just enough that my head always looks at the sugar cookies and stuff. It always goes through my head, I really want one of those. I really don't want, but I really don't need them. So needless to say, I'm fighting with myself all the time about whether or not to eat the sugar cookies. I have not opened those sugar cookies since I bought them, and they go bad on the 23rd, which is coincidentally when the event ends. It says, freshness date, best if used by 4/23/25. So, yeah. Oi. You should put a salad in front of it. No, I don't do salads. The only time, fun fact, the Battle Pass. That event. I call it events. Dear God, what's taking me so long to get into a match for Germany? Normally it swoops me into naval battles. Oy. Don't you dare threaten me with vegan meat. I'm American. I am American. Vegan meat. Dear God. Ugh. Makes me want to vomit just thinking about it. I think the thing that aggravates me with vegans so much is it's not the fact that they're it's not the fact that they're vegan. It's the holy crap, what is that thing? Dude, I immediately just got lit up. I didn't even get spawned in. He started it. I'm just gonna fit it. Why did we get so close quarters combat? Dear Lord. How did it turn into such close quarters combat? I just destroyed both of his front turrets. Now to take his battle bridge. There we go. I'm gonna make sure he doesn't have anything. This is what I'm talking about. This is like a mini Bismarck. Look at this thing work. Oh! Mini Bismarck goes to work and wins. Let's go! Boom. Oh. Alright, rear turrets destroyed. Funny part is, I don't even need the... Here we go. Boom. You know, all it would take is one good ammunition shot to this guy, and he would be doomed. Auxiliary turret destroyed. Well, that's great. Don't care about the auxiliary turret. Just die, you Scheiße! Okay, I got something closer that's lighting me up. As soon as you've, as soon as you've waited a week. I finally died, not because of the fact that anybody shot me to death, but oh, that's that Japanese version of that ship too. The Japanese have a version of that boat, and it's like really weird. It took them forever to kill me. That's the funny part. Alright, can we go? Why are you so close to my spawn? Bro, get out of my spawn! What are you doing? Oh, those are a lot. That's a lot of torpedoes. That's my ammunition. Aha! I am undefeatable. I am the Germans. He burned to death. He quite literally burned to death. Eat lead! Says the German. Oh, he hit my propellers. I have no propulsion right now. Where's my other turrets? Come on. Dude, they must have damaged something. He must have did something bad, because my ship is just destroyed right now. Alright, you know what? Torpedoes, please. Have them for a reason, buddy. Have fun. At least some of those should hit. If I get the darn guns down low enough, I'd be able to hit him. Come on. Come on. Give me a hit. Give me a hit. Oh, 3 of those are hitting. 3 of those are hitting. None of those hit. Okay. He turned out of their way. I have no steering. Look at this. I'm turning and it's just not turning. Hey, dummy, you got a boat sailing behind you. I am apparently having issues. Yeah, you have to be good for a week in order to get access to the Discord. Alright, well, since my Navy is seemingly having issues right now. Okay, that's no longer an issue. Dear Jesus, what is this? Why is this so close quarters combat? Oh, that's a good one. The HMAS Kelvin, that's a really good one. I'll vote for that one. That's a really good vessel. Alright, rotate turrets, please. Bro, what is with the turret traverse on these ships? Look at this. Like, it's so miserably slow. What the flip was that? Bro, what the flip just slapped me? Did a bomb smack me? I just lost like 2 turrets. Okay, what is beside me? Oh, you're not friendly. Okay, dude. You're just being a jerk now. Oh, those are point blank, and he still couldn't manage to kill me. Well, he did kill me, but... Please, gun, just... Elevate, 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 elevate. I don't have anything to work with here. I'm sinking. There's nothing I can do. He took most of my crew, destroyed all of my boat. Why is nobody killing that idiot? Okay, I know that ship, for a fact, does not have any freaking anti-aircraft capabilities, so, because I played it before. It does not have any anti-aircraft capabilities, so let's see what he thinks of a good old-fashioned 1,000 kilogram bomb to the face. It's not revenge bombing if you hate someone, alright? Look at him, he's just sitting in there. Nah, I can't get close. Look at that. I'm not going to be able to get close. They probably got like all kind of naval assets out there that can help him. So I'm probably gonna die before I even get over here. I can already hear the guns, so I don't even think I'm gonna make it. Alright, good night, man. If none of those ships that he's allied with have AA guns, I might make it. But it's a rare possibility, but here we go, we're gonna try for it. Nope, that's my tail. Bro, how did that take all my controls? It just ripped my... I'm not rage quitting. I'm not rage quitting. I'm thinking about it, but it wouldn't be worth the time nor the effort. but it does prove a point. Like, this thing here is great. What is that? 37? Alright, good night, Zixar. Or you... Oh, never mind. I can't believe, though, that this thing only gets 17.8 mile an hour out of this. Like, that's sad. Although it's not a big vessel, so I wouldn't expect much more out of it. Anyway, who wants to do a AA versus, or do y'all want to do, tanks? You know what? I don't feel like dealing with the freaking... I just physically cannot. Okay, I'm happy now. New pumps will be great. And the anti-aircraft being better will be great too. So now we're at 6-3, so I'm really going to die. The only vehicle that I'm really working on spading right now is this one here. Now, a lot of people say that apparently 148, 130... Oh, wow, this thing does have better pin. But it has more explosive mass as well. So it makes me wonder. But I think I might keep with the regular shell. I don't know, we'll see. Dear Lord, only 28 shells? That's a very small amount for such a big tank. It's crazy, actually. Now we're gonna see if this thing's worth the purchase amount. Turret traverse already, I can tell you, is actually pretty decent. There's no barrel depression, though, as you can see. It's just non-existent. Look at that. There is no barrel depression on this thing at all. Daggum. You know what? Just because I ain't got the cool-looking one like you do doesn't mean that I'm not just as capable as you are, buddy. Just because I don't have a Dishka and weird fencing on the side. Wait, is that like a modification? For the IS-2 1944, is that like a modification that they add on? Or is that like a premium version of it? I feel like it's a premium version. It feels like the ISU-122 or the IS-122, the turret's too small for the gun that's in it. To be honest. That's just my opinion. But I can say I cannot wait to get ships so that you guys can participate in some Chinese food. Well, this is Alaska, right? Yeah, this is Alaska. So this is technically an American style map. So no wonder so many people like it, I guess. Also, this is brand new, as you guys saw. I just bought the darn thing. So, we shall see how well it performs here in a moment. Hello? I'd like to talk to you about your tank insurance. I love the fact that's always how I enter. Like, hello, I'd like to talk to you about your tank insurance. Bro, don't fire at something and then back away and then expect me to know what the flip I'm looking at. Bro, he don't look too happy. Oh, he don't look very happy at all now. He's a little dead. He's very unhappy, actually, because he got deaded. Oh, and he's bringing out something else now. I see him, I think. Is it smart to sit in the middle of the street? Probably not, right? Yeah? Okay. I feel like if you sit in the middle of the street, you're just begging them to shoot you, so... Holy crap! Worth that shot. I don't care what anyone says. That was worth that shell. Oh, track. I guarantee you, bro, is madder than freaking anyone else because of the fact that only took my track. You know, it was funny. I saw him, but I didn't realize he was alive. So I guess you can say I had a brain fart. So did that tiger. Thank you, sir. Alright, now if you don't mind, I'd like to back the flip out of here. Never mind, I hit a pole. No, don't back into me. Don't, no. Dude. Alright, let's get out of here. Come on. Move it. Move it. Move. Get out of here. Oh, no, he died. He died to protect me. That's sad. What the ARL-44? No, I'm positive that was an ARL-44 I just watched just steam by. I knew it! I know my tanks. I may look stupid, but dang it, I know my tanks. I got shot. My radiator, no. I can't fix the radiator. That's a broke part that I can't fix. So now I'm down with a broke transmission. Completely exposed to the enemy team. Everything freaking hurts. Nothing works. And, you know, just having average, everyday Russian issues. Yeah, look at this. My transmission don't work no more. Look at how sad this is. This is... I just want to die. I will willingly back into the enemy just so that they will shoot me at this point. This is how sad this is. Oh, that's where he was. That was a comet. No wonder it was in pain. Oh, you really regret that, don't you? What?! You took my cannon. I told you I was gonna die. Like, this thing's transmission is one of the most faulty things. Like, if I remember correctly, that was one of the issues that a lot of Russian tanks had, was like transmission issues. One of the biggest issues, though, for Russia during the war, it wasn't the fact that as soon as I get repair parts, we can gladly do a custom. I'll gladly do a custom with this thing. It wasn't the fact that Russia had a lack of tanks, it was the fact that Russia had a lack of tank parts. Because the fact they were so busy, like, trying to spam a tank, they weren't trying to produce parts for that tank to be repaired in the battlefield. So what tank crews and camps for tanks would have to do is they'd have to go to, like, close battlefields where their tanks had died at, and they'd have to quite literally scavenge off of, like, burnt wrecks and hope that they could find the parts. Yes, there's going to be a custom tonight. they'd have to hope that there was gonna be parts that they could use on their tank. So let's say I don't know if tanks have a catalytic converter or not. Let's say this IS-1 or this IS-2 completely messed up its catalytic converter, like it blew out or something, like somebody shot it and it completely destroyed itself, but it made it back to the battle or to the base and it was able to survive somehow, right? Well, it makes it back and they're like, oh, well, we need a catalytic converter. Well, it'd probably be a better example for a T-34 because T-34s would have been seen more on the battlefield than anything else. But we'll say the IS. We'll use T-34, so a catalytic converter for an IS or a T-34, right? You know, everybody knows at this point, or at least you should, that all of the T-34s all have the same exact chassis, same exact engine, just a different... Go ahead. Make my... Holy shisa, there's more than one. Okay, well, I took him, and he killed me, so... But, anyway... You know, we're going to test a theory that I have for this tank. Alright, we're going to try this. But, the Russians, they would have to run out and they'd, you know, grab parts off of, if you've ever watched the movie, and I would really suggest watching it, it's a really good movie and it really specifies this because of it being an issue. The movie Tankman, it's on Tubi right now. You're going to have to watch it in Russian. You're going to have to read the subtitles in order to understand it. But that really highlights one of the things. Of course, they're in an IS-1 in this movie. But there are T-34s that they are trying to get parts for as well. So, it is an issue that they do bring up that, you know, this... You know, these tanks, they're great tanks. It's just the fact that had they had more parts, they'd be better. And it's the complete, total, honest truth. Had they had parts for the T-34-85s like Shermans did, because I'm sure that America made parts for Shermans and stuff. Had they had parts for it, it would have been a really good tank. But that's one of the biggest issues. And the Germans, one of their biggest issues, it's not the fact that their tanks suck. It's the fact that their reliability... I was halfway expecting to blow up. That's why I went silent. Their reliability was poor. Especially with like the Panthers and the Tiger series. Like those are some of the biggest ones that people complained about. The soldiers complained about lacking in anything. From what I understand, I've never really heard anything bad about like the Panzer IIIs and Panzer IVs having bad equipment and stuff, because of the fact that Germany had produced so many of them that they had time, quite literally, to buff out all the issues that they were having with these tanks. But the Panthers and the Tigers, they were fairly new tanks. They were supposed to they were supposed to be wonder weapons for the Germans, really. So, you know, it's really interesting learning about all this stuff. And see, a lot of people ask me all the time, it's like, well, why do you read so much? Why do you know so much? Why do you care? It's not about the fact that I care about a certain... It's not the fact that I care about a certain nation more than the other. I like learning about everything. It's like with China. I learned and I looked it up. China did not have the industrial capability during World War II to even build their own tank. That's why in China you see a lot of borrowed vehicles. The M8, the T-26, the Chiha, this German thing. All of it's borrowed because of the fact that China could not produce their own tanks at all. They had no industrial same thing with aviation. They could not produce their own planes. They could not produce their own tanks either. It's actually a really cool read, and I would honestly, like you would think with such a big country, you know, they could produce their own stuff, but it's actually really interesting. They couldn't produce their own stuff. So let me do one more good battle, get a few kills with the IS-1, or excuse me, the IS-2, get some repair parts, and then we'll do a custom. Because I want to at least have repair parts for this thing. But, you know, China is a big... And then you have Japan. People complain all the time about how Japan's tanks in-game suck. They don't suck. It's just the fact that people try and play them like they can every other nation's tanks. You can't do that. Japan's tanks are built in a way that they are built for what they were going against. As I just said, China didn't have their own nation's tanks. So needless to say, Japan really didn't need to build anything crazy for tanks. You know, they just needed something that could provide protection for crews and infantry enough that their infantry could get close enough to defeat the Chinese. So they designed little light tanks. They designed decent working medium tanks that didn't have that much of a gun because they really didn't need them. You know, just a gun big enough to destroy like maybe some anti-tank emplacements and stuff like that. You know, nothing really that crazy, right? Until America stepped in and joined the war. Then it became evident that they were going to need more. But by this time, guys, it was too late for China or Japan to really build anything, because at this point, you know, they had basically exhausted. Because I'll tell you guys now, when Japan was making up the plans for when Japan was making up the plans for the attack on Pearl Harbor and everything, they planned it out. They knew how much fuel they had. They knew everything. They knew how much fuel they did not have. They knew every piece of equipment that they had. They knew how much fuel they had left. It was all based upon, can we make this work? And it was with the hopes of, yes, we can make this work, but in all actuality, they really couldn't. I just let him kill me at that point because that gun is overpowered. But see, that's not a World War II tank, obviously. We all know that. But anyway, that's one of the thing.
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
It's really honestly an interesting subject, studying tanks just in general, because like you learn a lot instead of just studying like one nation. And that's one of the biggest things that I have, one of the biggest issues that I have with people in their studies. They don't tend... He didn't kill the right one. Told you. Now he's dead. Yep. I knew he was over there because I knew I didn't see his name in the kill feed, or his tank. He just shot the wrong spot. But, yeah, during the battle, or right before, or in the first months, right before the attack on Pearl Harbor, Japan planned everything out. And the fact that America was so blind to this fact is what gets me to this day. Because during this time, a lot of people don't know this, Japan was talking about peace talks. They were like, we need to come to a negotiation. We need to figure out how we can, talk peace, because America had shut off their oil because of what they were doing with China. And China was an ally to America. So, China basically went to America and they're like, hey, Japan's doing this to us. You guys are acting all friendly. You need to do something. So America's like, okay, we'll just cut off their oil supply. So that's what we did, not knowing that it would lead Japan to be forced to make a drastic decision. Attack America and try and steal our oil. And that was more or less why they tried to attack Pearl Harbor. It wasn't because the fact they were... Well, yes, they were trying to destroy our fleet. Yes, because the way they figured it, if they destroyed our Pacific fleet, then they had free reign over the Pacific. But what they were expecting and what they were hoping was that the carriers were there. But what ended up happening is the carriers were out on maneuvers on the day of their attack. And they had already wasted what fuel they had getting there. So they could not waste let what they had left go to waste. So they were like, well, the carriers may not be there, but the battleships are. Sink them. So they went ahead with the strike anyway, sinking the battleships. There was cruisers that were sunk as well. A lot of things were sunk that day. And, but what a lot of people don't know is their main target was not the battleships. It was not the destroyers. It was not the cruisers. It was the carriers they were after. Because they knew that if America had carriers, America would wipe them off the face of the earth. And look at what happened. Yamamoto quoted, and this is actually a quote. Now I like to say a sleeping dragon because, I think it's funny, but the actual quote says, when after the attack on Pearl Harbor, Yamamoto is said to have told somebody, I don't know who it was, he goes, I fear all we have done is awaken a sleeping giant. And he was right. That's all they did. All they did was awaken a force they could not compete against in a fair fight. Now, I will admit, the Japanese, they put up a darn good fight. Darn good fight. But in the end, it wasn't enough. In the end, they were in the end, they were sending young men to send their planes directly into the side of vessels, naval targets, because of the fact that they were losing the war that bad. Now, my personal opinion is, how can you willingly send a young man that has his entire life ahead of him, how can you willingly send him to his death knowing that he has his whole life ahead of him. How can you do that? But the thing is, during that time, these young men, they were proud. They were willing to sacrifice their lives for the emperor, because it had been drilled into their head, like a lot of people don't understand, that the Russians drill into their soldiers' heads that I'll allow 8-3 tonight, simply because of me possibly bringing out Israel. You guys stay at 6-7 though, please. So who's joining? I know Whitman is most likely, so I'll just go on ahead and invite you. Valutz, are you joining or not? But these young men, they were willing to die for their emperor. You know how, like, people talk about all the time, you know, I'll fight for Trump, you know, or, you know, I'll fight for my country. Basically, it's the same thing. These men were willing to die for their emperor because you know, they were proud to die for their emperor. But what they did not realize is the fact that this emperor would rather they die for him than him die for them. Or, excuse me, they would rather, or he would rather they die for him than for him to die for them. And after the war, once we dropped the 2 atomic bombs on Japan, America sent soldiers and things to help clean up everything. And they went hunting him down. He disappeared. KV1 Enjoyer, the only rule tonight is we're taking it at 6-7. So I don't care what you bring out, just nothing crazy like you brought out last night, please. But I sent the wrong person an invite. Whoops. I really need to go put this Three Musketeers in the freezer or refrigerator. Okay, whatever. Well, Whitman, it looks like it's me versus you, bud. If you want to choose the other side. I sent copy of... I don't know what gives you that idea. Hold on, give me a second. No, it's not that good. What makes you ask such a question, Whitman? I'm gonna open the sugar cookies finally. There goes the sugar cookies. I opened them and I ain't touched them. Whitman's like, it must be really good.
Закрыть люки. Механик-водитель к бою готов. Заряжающий к бою готов.
I need some sugar cookies. I got a sugar cookie. Yum. Man, this sucks. I want the old Walmart brand sugar cookies. The ones that were soft and delicious. Yeah, I used to love getting the Walmart brand sugar cookies that were like right about to go out of date. Because they were always like really, really soft and always just delicious to eat. Yes, I'm doing custom. I was gonna invite KV Weininger, and he's like, "Oh, I'm squatting up with Volute," so I figured y'all two were doing something. Yes, copy. No, you do not have permission to use the Russian P8.
Глуши.
6.7 is the max BR for you guys. No! If you're gonna use an airplane, you need to get out. No airplanes tonight. Interesting. Oh, is that why it took you so long to get over here? I don't like hearing the word hi. What the ferdunkadunk is that? You leave it alone. No. No. Turn, traverse. Ha ha! You die. You dare striketh at me? I striketh back. That's a big gun. Nope. 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 Mm-mm. Ain't happening, Hoss. No! My engine! Ah, dang it, he wiggled just in time. That reload time's gonna kill me. I got bonked again. I run on the machine gun part and it didn't do anything. Now you're just being bullies. Bro. Oh. He shot first. And I shot last. What? No! I call BS. That slapped you right on your commander couplet and it did nothing. I call Russian bias. I call Russian bias. Or, no, American bias, excuse me. You know, you're slow and you're lumbering and you're the size of a street building. You're not stealthy. Don't you shoot me. Told you not to shoot at me. Here, have that. He shot first. In my defense, he shot, what is that, a Panzer IV? No, that's worse. Oh, oh no. We can talk about this. We can talk about this. What the fuck? I'm being being shot from all sides!
Гусеницы исправны.
Run for my life!
После слетела. Цель подбита. Цель уничтожена. Пулемет готов.
My machine guns won't even do anything. This is sad.
Бронебойня готова. Пулемет к бою готов.
Stop bullying me, or I bully back.
Уничтожена.
He bullied first. What is it with everybody to bring it out of here again? And the bad thing is I don't have the tracks or anything on this thing yet, so needless to say, this is how I turn. Oh, please reload. Please reload. Oh, thank God. Oh, dear God. Now I'm facing... Oh, this is not gonna go well, is it? Oh, oh no, you're not running. Come here. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. I missed you! No! 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 Joke's on you. I don't know how many shells this... Wait, why does this thing not do that well whenever I play it in real matches? This sucks. Oh, not you again. This thing's gonna be the bane of my existence. No, you are. I'm getting swarmed by cars. Don't you do it. You mean to tell me that after all that, this thing doesn't even fill up the freaking machine gun rounds? Oh, oh. I'm alive? Why am I alive? I brought out a slightly worse vehicle. And by that I mean it's more mobile, but the armor on it's worse, I think. I don't know, though. I don't know if the armor on this thing would be considered worse or better. Oh. Well, considering I took your barrel, I don't know. We'll figure it out, huh? It was funny. He can pin me from the a certain point on my tank. I think. I don't know. I know the commander cupola is really easy to pin on this thing for some reason. It's a struggle trying to turn this thing. This is PlayStation problems. What? It went right through you? Ah! Come back here. I want to speak to my lawyer. Uphill climbs is like this for this thing. I better run before Volutes gets back, because I get the feeling he's going to bring out like a monster. Bro's gonna bring out like the Monster Energy drink. Why do I hear a tank behind me? Why does that bother me? You stay out of this. Stay out of it. You know what? I'm just gonna... That works. There's nowhere to go here. Whatever it is. Oh my. No. Oh. No. No. Die! What? Yes. I win. I win by default. My 100 mil! No. I win by... No. No, my tank, my tank wouldn't move. I lost my default. I was gonna win that, and then I died. Wait, what am I being sent? Hold on. My lord. Yeah, the bad thing, I know I'm not going to win with this, but I brought it out just for the sake of bringing everything out tonight that I have. I think the 85 mil on the IS is probably one of the better guns that it has. Putting anything bigger on it just seems like it's a waste of time. to me. Like, just in my opinion. Hi. Hi. I'll just shoot you there. There we go. Wait, is that what I think it is? Why is there a child? Also, just... Whitman's very upset now. Where'd KV1 Enjoyer go? I haven't seen him in a while. I'm gonna regret saying that, aren't I? You watch it. He's gonna be the next one that kills me just because of the fact I just said, where'd KV1 Enjoyer go? I'm having fun. Why are you not having fun? You had the perfect opportunity to shoot my undercarriage and pin it, and you didn't take it. I think I saw your, now that you mention it, I think I saw your tank jiggling a little bit when I popped over the hill. I've been shot in the back. Oh no. Oh dear gosh. I knew it was gonna happen. What's that? Something was just moving. Oh, Scheisse. No! I'm being bombarded! This is not courtesy! Oh my god! Why does it spawn me in backwards? Now, I want everyone, before I bring this stuff out, to remember I said that you guys had to stay in 6-7. Bye-bye. Of course my gunner disappears. Something doesn't happen soon, I'm going to end up going back to naval. Come out with your hands up. But I ain't done nothing wrong, officer. I'm looking around and then I see you and I'm like, oh. But it was too late. I came out. have to admit, that thing is very fun to play, though. No. No. No! What would you do if that was the last thing you heard your arch nemesis say was nah? Decapitation. Excuse me, sir, I'm gonna have to talk to you. What? You might have a brain! Brain! Well, I don't have a gun anymore. Okay, time to go. Goodbye. How long did you reload? I don't have a machine gun. Gun barrel damage, muzzle velocity, fire actually. Oh, I didn't get to read it all. Those eyes. Those eyes. Those eyes. My last words were those eyes. This just shows that you can still take a 4.7 tank and use it effectively at 7.7. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I enjoy with you guys. You know, I'm glad that Volutes and alright, see you later, Billy Bob. Hey, and cut your sister's tail off and mail it to me. I'll hang it up on my wall as a war trophy. You'll understand. Yeah, what's interesting though, there are people out there that are born with those kind of like disabilities and stuff. So it's actually kind of interesting. Oh, that's a Pershing. I can't machine gun that to death. Hi. Negotiations? Okay. Here, we can negotiate real good. We can just take your track. Yeah, we'll take each other's tracks. Negotiations now. Negotiations begin now, huh? Also, your shell is stuck perfectly in the side of my thing that, when I use the camera, I can see your shell out of the... You do realize this means war. Hey, catch! Just wanted to see if he'd say anything. Hi. I'm a magook. I'm a dead magook. I'm a magook that can cook. You know, Haku hasn't been on for a while. Wonder what's going on with him. He used to play with us a lot, and now it's like he barely messes with the channel at all anymore. I honestly miss him because I used to have a lot of fun with him, and now he barely, like I said, he barely touches the channel at all anymore. I hate when people leave the channel, whether it be like after a long period of time or a short period of time. I don't like having people leaving. Now I have you know I don't have any barrel depression, so this is not even a fair fight. You're gonna quite literally exploit that weakness, aren't you? Come back here. I just want to talk. This is a no-shoot zone. I missed! My engine! No! My 100 mil says hello. It's gonna take this crew 30 seconds to get this engine running again. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually going to call it for the night. I am very tired. I have enjoyed this little playthrough. We all know that we enjoy this kind of stuff. Tomorrow, as I said, look forward to me purchasing quite a few new things. The Wilkinson, the Fort Knox, the Moffett. I will also be getting a new 500 recruit crew thing for naval, so that I may get rid of the USS Barker, the Wilburn C. Wood, and I can put one of the other ones in a crew so that we can use them. This is going to drain my cash. I hope y'all know that, but I'm going to do it just for you guys. I'm also planning on getting, I think, these three and then this one. And then with whatever's left, I will also be purchasing some British naval vessels as well. So just look forward to that. Look forward to seeing that. I very much look forward to playing with you guys with these vessels. Because I think it'll be really fun. I think it'll be enjoyable to play something a little different instead of playing the same thing all the time. So anyway, everybody has a lovely night, and remember, you mess with the wolf, you get the fangs. Y'all have a good one.